So, for the second time in 2 weeks, we've got an issue of parliamentary privilege coming up. Last time it was to do with Lord Hayne naming Philip Green, and this time it's to do with the Speaker of the House of Commons, Mr. Bercow, saying that further information about Keith Vass's foreign trips will not be divulged to journalists. Now, I worry that both of these instances might actually be questionable, and that in time the whole issue of parliamentary privilege will be reviewed. But what is it? As I say, it goes back to the 17th century and to the Bill of Rights. It's enshrined in Article 9 of the 1689 Bill of Rights. Now that came into effect so that James II was no longer king, and the king, the monarchy was handed to William of Orange and his wife, Princess Mary. James really loses the crown because he has a nosebleed, and so isn't able to fight. He withdraws from the battle. The Bill of Rights enshrines ideas about a Protestant succession and also this idea about parliamentary privilege, the freedom of speech and debates for proceedings in Parliament ought not to be impeached or questioned in court or any place out of Parliament. Judges should not interfere with parliamentary democracy, so that MPs have in effect what is legally called exclusive cognizance. As I say, it can be abused. One of the great judges who was constantly being reprinted and consulted in the 19th century was a man called Sir William Blackstone. And in fact, he would be known particularly in America for Blackstone's ratio. That is, it's better to have 10 guilty people go free than one innocent person suffer. A very nice idea, which goes all the way back, of course, to Abraham's bargain with God before the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. But Sir William Blackstone says, whatever matter arises concerning either House of Parliament ought to be examined, discussed, and adjudged in the House to which it relates, and not elsewhere. So that's the idea of parliamentary privilege. We wait to see whether or not Lord Hayne's pronouncements and the Speaker of the House's pronouncements in the last 2 weeks are going to call that principle in question. So there we are.